This is the lesson for Au clair de la Lune, a French folk song. So the first thing we do is let's look at the structure of this piece. So there are 4 rows, row 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let's look at row number 1, and let's call this A. So on your hard copy of the music sheet, please draw a box and put a capital A over here to indicate that this 4 bars are at section A. And I would like you to look at section A and the 4th row. What can you tell me about the 1st row and the 4th row? Are they the same or are they similar? So take your time, press pause before I tell you the answer. Press pause now. Okay, so if you look at row 1 and row 4 and compare the notes one by one, for example, this and this, this and this, you realize that, rows 1 and 4 are identical. Henceforth, you should put A here. So just to repeat, why do we identify the structure of the piece? So that, this helps in memory work to memorize the piece. This also helps in terms of practicing, because if you know that, this is A, you don't have to practice this again, because if you can do this, you can surely do this. All right, so now let's look at row number 2 and row number 1. So have a look to see whether the second row is identical or similar to A, or what can you observe about row 2 versus row 1. So press pause. No. Okay, welcome back. So row 2 is very similar to row 1. The only difference is the last note. So this is a ta-ah, while this is a ta-ah-ah-ah. So this is ta-ah followed by a rest, 2 counts of rest. So whenever I see this, I will say rest, rest. So you don't play anything for 2 counts. So because row 2 is so similar to row 1, so I'll call this row 2 as A1. All right. Now let's look at the 3rd row. Okay, so what can you tell me about the 3rd row versus the 1st row? Okay, press pause now. Okay, so the 3rd row, it's very different from the 1st row. In terms of the notes, so this is a C up, this is C. The rhythm is kind of different as well. This is a ta-ah-ah-ah, but this is a ta-ah. So because the notes are so different from A and A1, so we call this B. So the structure of this piece will be A, A1, B, A. All right. So now that we know the structure of this piece, let's start playing this piece. So let's start playing A. So I would like you to press pause and have a go at A. I think it will help you to, to first read the direction of the notes if you need to. So for example, this is 1, same, up, up, down, down, up, skip, down, same, down. Okay, make sure you can read it, and then you can play and read. 1, same, up, up, down, down, up, skip, down, same, down. Okay, and just to be very clear, this note is C, because this is space 3 note, space 1, space 2, space 3, and use finger 1. So finger 1 on C, finger 1 on C. Okay, so I would like you to press pause and make sure you can play this, play and read the direction of the notes 3 times perfectly before you continue. So press pause now. Okay, so welcome back. So now I would like you to be able to play and count. Just section 8. So it'll be ta 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 ta. So make sure you can play that. So press pause now and make sure you can play that perfectly on the first go. If not, you need to practice and make sure you can play it at least 3 times before you continue. So press pause now. Welcome back. So now let's learn B. So B, this note, what note is this? Is this C up, C down, C up skip, or C down skip? Press pause, have a think. So this note is C up, and I would like you to write down finger 5 here to remind yourself that okay, we are using finger 5. And why finger 5? It's because, you know, through experience I know that finger 5 works best for this. Okay, so 5 on C up. Okay, and I would like you to write a finger 2 here to tell you to use finger number 2. Okay, and write a 5 here as well to remind yourself to use finger 5. Okay, so once you have done that, let's read section B. So this will be 5, same, 2, same, 5, down, rest. Okay, let's read again. So 5, same, 2, same, 5, down, rest. So press pause and make sure you can read it comfortably. Okay, now that you can read it comfortably, let's read and play. So this will be 5, same, 2, same, 5, down, rest. Press pause and make sure you can read and play. Okay, welcome back. So now let's count and play. Ta 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 ta. Rest. Okay, and how do we know that this is rest? Because this is actually sitting on a line. You see this block, a brick, or whatever you call it, or a rectangle, it's sitting on the line. Hence, it is a 2 count rest, which is rest. Okay, so make sure you can count and play. Press pause and do that now. Okay, welcome back. So now in this piece, one of the main learning points is shifting your hands from one position to another position. So we need to practice the move or the shift of the hand position. So we'll practice this note and this note, and this note. So this is finger 1 and this is finger number 5. Okay, so let's look at the keyboard. First you play ta, rest, you move and press 5. I'm going to do it one more time. So 1, or ta, rest, and you move 1, or finger 5, I mean. Okay, so make sure you can do that 3 perfect times. Press pause and do it 3 perfect times, which is ta, rest, ta. Okay, make sure you can do that. And now there's another move or shift of hand position. So this is finger 1 and this is finger 1. So there are 2 different notes, but we use finger 1 to play both keys. Finger 1, finger 1. So this is how it looks like on the piano. So ta, rest, rest, ta. Let me do it again. Ta, rest, rest, ta. So make sure, please play it 3 perfect times before you move on. So press pause now. Okay, so when you are practicing this piece, it is okay to look at your hands or or the piano or your fingers when you are practicing the move. Okay, it is perfectly all right, because the objective of this piece, like one of the objectives, like what I've said, is to practice the move. So, you know, it's fine that you look at your fingers or keyboard. Totally fine, and you can even memorize the keys if you wish to. So in terms of practicing, what would be a practice plan for this? I would suggest that, you know, practice the move from here to here. So this is practice slot number 1. Make sure you can do it 3 perfect times. You just have to play ta, rest, rest, ta. Once you can do this, the next thing is to practice bit size number 2, which is to move from here to here. So make sure you're able to play this ta, rest, rest, ta. Okay, once you can do that, make sure you can practice section A, section B, and section A1. And if you can do that, then you play through the whole piece. All right, that's all.